Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Yalek. It's Tuesday morning, and that means it's time for Dr. T. And that means it's time to replace this prototype before I forget. I have officially given up on the use of prototypes to defend my base against player attacks. At this point, I'm just keeping hot pots around and using those. I would have shown you this, but I went and did a whole bunch of attacks yesterday afternoon because I was boosted. So it ended up that Hammerman fell off my map. But I did have the twin hot pots there, and so I was able to finish the full Hammerman event. Again, I've said I'm not going to show a bunch of Hammerman stuff because usually that's not very interesting, but yesterday actually got really interesting. Stage 7 took me 3 goes. It was a weird combination. The first drop was a bunch of heavies, and then there were riflemen in the middle, and then at the end there were warriors. Plus, as it happened, I noticed after the second time that the warriors weren't taking a route that I wanted, and I realized that was because Dr. T was throwing critters up in this area, and I had just a lone rocket launcher. So I had to account for the heavies. So normally, Dr. T, I've got a whole bunch of like flamethrowers and mortars down here on the beach. I ended up swinging boom cannons and cannons out to wreck the heavies. And then I had to change up the configuration in the back corner of the base. Threw a flamethrower back here to defend against those critters. And then we got what we wanted, which was that the warriors took a path around the outside of the base, and then they hit my devastating little minefield over here. And then we got the result that we wanted, and stage 7 went down. But it's just some interesting little tweaks to make that happen. Fun. So it was actually one that I would have been willing to show, but then I got super busy. Still have a beach mystery here. Somebody was pointing out that the decorations tab was added at the last time we got an update, and nothing has happened with that yet. I will confess that I am not super excited about decorations. I could potentially get excited about something coming along with the decorations. What would that be yet? I don't know. Again, I've speculated. This is just me speculating, so take nothing from it, but the temporary gunboat ability idea seems brilliant. Why would Boom Beach Supercell not try to take advantage of that more often? If you want to keep gameplay fresh, that is an easy way to do it. So I would love to see more of that in the future. So, and I can remember from the Mega Turtle, the hack ability. We had the cryo bomb, obviously that came into the game and went away. That was amazing. The hack ability, that was something that was pretty cool. You could hack any tower from your gunboat. That would be really cool in ops. Really, really cool. You'd have a lot of just GBE hits where people were going around and, just hacking tower. Kind of like Everspark on steroids, and easier even. So I'd love to see that in the game. We're going to park right here, and we're just going to shock that. Probably throw some critters in there too. There was a silly warrior thing. It was like a super warrior. I hated that. I hope we don't get that. And then there was, if I'm remembering right, there was a sort of an odd, I think it might have been sort of glitched ability to chuck a defensive tower. You could just throw a defensive tower for your to operate for yourself, but you could throw it anywhere in the base that you were attacking. That to me, like, I had to wonder about that because it didn't do a whole lot, and I think it was intended to be more of a distraction. Like, it would be great, for example, in the attack that I just did, if just before I pop out of smoke, I throw down that tower, so it would sort of operate like critters, I guess, and draw attention for things around it in a certain range. It definitely was not particularly useful in the Mega Turtle event, but I think, again, that was a result of not the best design. So we're looking at, like, probably a shock. We're going to come up this way. Probably should plan all of that out before you hit attack, but, you know, that's Yalak for you, I guess. Little flighty sometimes. So yeah, I mean, I think if the decorations thing happens sooner rather than later, there could be some advantages to that, like actual gameplay advantages, as opposed to just, you know, having the ability to make your base pretty. Don't worry about making your base pretty, kids, because I'm going to come along and wreck it anyway. By the way, let me just go ahead and say that I have not missed my ice the tiniest bit. I actually didn't need that shot. Oh, great. Didn't get that one down. That was supposed to get the rocket as well as the mortar. That was sloppy. Let me just say I have not missed my ice at all. Not the tiniest bit. I've gone ahead and gotten rid of the troop health statue and just gone full damage and GBE. And so yesterday, I wasn't going to boost. I hadn't planned on it. Normally, if you're going to boost, it's better to plan, because it's better to plan because you plan your operation hit so that you can overlap with two ops. You save yourself powder that way. So I did that a couple of days ago. I just called double dipping, and I did that, which was great. And then I went out and wrecked a bunch of player bases. I had not intended, so we're going to get all of those with one shock, ideally, assuming we pull off what we're trying to do. And that also. And that's pretty much all we need to do there. Yesterday, I had not planned on double dipping, but somebody went ahead and started Forlorn Hope for us in an operation. And Forlorn Hope, you really can't represent yourself very well unless you're boosting. So I said screw it, and I just went ahead and did. So then I had, I had all that GBE or all that extra energy and nothing to do with it. So I figured might as well go make use of it, and then proceeded to do several really, really bad attacks and still wreck everything on my map with minimal effort. Like, if they had been good attacks, they would have been beautiful, and I probably would have made a video out of them. As it was, they were sloppy as hell. It was bad. It was really bad. And did we get all 5 towers there? We did not. Not my day. Yeah, not even hard. And these guys had, I've saved up. This morning I woke up and I've got several more. My gold is low because I took a run at a couple of them. 4 ice, 5 ice, boosting, shields. Hookah bullet attacks are the way to go with a base like that. Generally, for me. So did those, but, didn't land shocks, didn't get critters out in time, things like that. And still beat them all. And, that is this game, right? This game is about blowing things up. We're going to board that. that, and that. Stand up there. 1 shock. 2 shocks. Really need to get the flamethrower this time. Mortar back here isn't a huge issue, but we'll probably shock it depending on GBE left. We'll see how that goes. But, yeah, just almost completely effortless to go out there and just destroy people's bases. So go ahead. I mean, if we get decorations, pretty your base up as much as you like. I'm still coming for you. Like, woohoo, decorations. Meh. And I'm throwing a 6 vote. No, I don't want decorations. Give me something to blow people up with. I have seen the light. This is what we do. So, with that said, allow me to have more fun doing that. Ooh, there, right on the edge there. It's all good, it's all good, it's all good. Now, we're going to get right up in there. Oh yeah, and we peeked. And the flamethrower spotted us, which is like the worst thing. The absolute worst thing to spot you. So we're going to go ahead and get that mortar because we've already made 1 mistake, so let's not make 2. Let's see, what else is going on? So yeah, hoping for update. This tribe bonus, I don't know if you just saw that. I think that was 6 frags and a shard. This tribe bonus with the power stone chance makes up for the rest of the tribe bonuses being so lousy. I went ahead and did these just because I had a bunch of crystals built up anyway. No, I'm not bothering with Sergeant Brick health. Now, if you give me Sergeant Brick battle orders, that would be really cool, actually. Like a battle orders boost, or on the other hand, you could do an Iron Will boost if you wanted to keep it to 1 hero in the same tribe cycle, or you could give people a choice between a couple heroes, like Sergeant Bullet Taunt, Sergeant Brick battle orders increase. That could just be nasty. Didn't bother with that at all. But this 75%, that's really cool. It's like giving me an extra masterpiece, Power Stone Chance masterpiece for these couple of weeks. And since I have everything dedicated to GBE and troop damage, that's a very nice thing for me to have because it's not a benefit I get very often. Alright, I am seeing, gotta get up here, gonna use at least 7 boats. Gonna wrap around a little bit, it's gonna be wonky. I actually wonder if we could get, what's the health on these? If we could get up into that corner, maybe just throw some critters in there to distract the mortars. So we got to clear some mines. Shock on that. Don't have to worry about those. Don't have to worry about that. Would be out of range on those. I think that might be the way to go. We're going to give that a shot. Try to land to the side. Walk up here. Stand right amongst the mortars. It'll be interesting. Let's do it. The tricky part here will be, we'll clear those just to be safe. Hopefully there are no sneaky mines here. The tricky part here will be getting that flare right in amongst the mortars, but not hitting the mortars. I was watching op hits yesterday and watched 3 people try and fail on Callisto because Callisto, the core is very, very close. There we go. That's good. Very, very close, and we're going to get some weird pathing over there. Cool. To the wall. Oh, might be able to salvage this. And we're going to go weird smoking. That's not typical, but just because it's going to be kind of unusual in that area. Don't know where they're going to want to stand, but we're going to want to go like that. And that should do us. That works out quite nicely. Callisto, the base is over in a corner near the wall, kind of, and there are usually lines of towers right alongside it and very little room to stand, and at least 3 people tried to flare into the tiny flare spot and instead ended up grabbing a power cell or, you know, like a mortar or whatever happened to be there. And so instead of getting anywhere near that spot, the girls, instead of standing in that spot, the girls stand back and they range themselves to attack that tower in that area, which is just really sad. If you've, I mean, I wasn't even trying that walk. That was not the day I wanted to have, so I left that for someone else. This is fun. Shock behind. Probably a critter shock in here. Get that. And a shock over there. A little bit of mine clearance on the way. I think we're good. We got a place to stand. We'll smoke a little extra over here just to be safe. So yeah, I mean, it's like, it sucks for them, but it is really funny to watch. Because these are good players who just, I mean, the flare is so precise there. That's the trick on the map. That, and then the shocks, depending on what the layout is. Didn't check the shore, so we're just gonna go super conservative on the smokes because we don't want too much of that happening. Exactly. Yeah, great. And we are wasting smoke. Now, that should give us a nice little parking spot back there. That mine wrecked us. That sucks. So we said a lot of critters. Shock, shock, shock. Yeah, there was a mine in there, and that just took away like half of the girls. This could be close, but I'm not thinking it's happening. Hi.
Hey, are you going to be starting your car in the next few minutes?
Nope. Not leaving until 8:30.
Oh.
Say hi. It follows me around wherever I go. Sometimes, that's my wife, obviously. She was in the shower, and I was thinking I'd have just a few minutes to get this. Actually, it would have been very, very close. Just like that last attack. Except, of course, I failed that last attack. And I failed to get the video made. And I am not going outside any sooner than I have to. It has been cold and miserable here. Oh, there's that wonky path again. This is karma, because I was laughing at those guys yesterday. Well, we have a little bit more to work with this time in terms of numbers. We're going to go, and probably a little less in terms of GBE. Let's get that in there, because this is going to be right down to the wire. Whew. Fun. I'll tell you what, though. You never get that much excitement out of a team-ed attack. That is the beauty of using the girls. It is always interesting. Every second, fractions of a second, can count. Whereas with a team-ed attack, you know, you could start the attack going and go make yourself a coffee in the meantime. And come back and see how things are doing. Maybe flare, or, you know, shock a tower or whatever. But every second is interesting with the girls, especially when I'm the one directing them. Anyway, that has been Dr. T for the day. And I hope you guys have at least as much success as I did, and maybe a little more. Alright, I gotta go to work. Have a good day.